The city of brotherly love. The city where love is scarce and hearts are cold. Greetings, fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently in the city of Philadelphia. Today we're going to be doing a 360 virtual reality 4K tour of Center City, Philadelphia. We're going to take a little drive through the area in virtual reality. Make sure to move your device around, up, down, left, right, so you can take in the environment. I do apologize about the blind spots because we are in a vehicle. We have pretty clear skies. We have City Hall directly in front of us. City Hall in Center City, Philadelphia. We're approaching the intersection of Race and Broad Street. We have the new addition to the Pennsylvania Convention Center on our left-hand side. That wasn't always there. They included that, I would probably say, like 15 years ago. They began building this building, and it's complete. That's where they hold the conventions at, but the convention center is pretty big. Then we have an art museum on our right-hand side, the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts. We have some California tags directly in front of us, New Jersey tags on our left, and New York tags on our left. What a combination. We have a giant paintbrush on my right-hand side. You see that? You can look to the right. This is Cherry Street, Landfest Plaza. There's a plane down there. Oh, they removed the plane! Yo, they removed the plane. I got that plane though. I've documented that plane before. There was like a plane display, like nose diving into the ground. It was a pretty cool architecturally structured display. It was a cool artsy display. But I didn't even notice that they moved it. Yo, wonder where they put it at. I shot a music video right in front of it too, so I forever embodied it in a music video. We're approaching Arch Street. On my right-hand side, we have retail space available. It used to be a McDonald's there. There used to be a really long line too for parole. People used to see their probation officer and all that stuff. It was right here on our right-hand side. We're approaching Arch Street. On our left, we have the Freemason Temple. This is the first one, I believe, the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. If you look to our left, after we pass the Freemason Temple, you'll see a Ferris wheel. There's an actual Ferris wheel right here in front of the historic City Hall. Look, check it out. You see it? We're approaching John F. Kennedy, JFK Boulevard. We have a giant Christmas tree too that's on display. So rather than going around City Hall, which I could go around City Hall, I'm gonna take you guys through the scenic view. I'm gonna go through like JFK, take you around where the museum is at. Probably the, you guys wanna check out the Rocky Museum? Art Museum? I said the Rocky Museum. There's a Rocky statue right outside of the Art Museum. Or the Franklin Institute. The Franklin Institute's a little bit closer. Because I don't want to veer too far off of Center City. Technically, this is Center City. I've documented Center City over a dozen times. But we're passing Love Park. This is the famous Love Park on our right-hand side. Now, make note, in the winter, they close it down, and it's like an entry fee you have to pay. You literally have to pay an entry fee just so that you can go inside Love Park, because they have a bunch of venues and things like that. Holiday-related venues. On our left, we got the Pennsylvania Railroad Suburban Station. I'm gonna make this left on Ben Frank Parkway. We're gonna go up a few blocks, we'll come around, and then we'll pass City Hall, and we'll wrap around City Hall so that you guys can see the Ferris wheel. Let's make this left-hand turn on Benjamin Franklin Parkway. Directly in front of us, we have one of the museums. I wanna show you guys at least that. We'll spin through that. Now, there's a lot of museums up and down Ben Frank Parkway. You got the Natural Academy of Science coming up. You got Friends Select School on our right. You have a few hotels here. I shot a music video on this hotel, The Terrace on 18th Street. I shot a music video inside that hotel. We have statues on display. We're gonna stop here at 18th Street. Along Ben Frank Parkway, there's signs. For example, they have a Poland sign on our right-hand side. Poland, below it says Polska. I'm assuming that's how you might say it in Polish. They have Italy and so on, Sweden. So you'll see those signs. There's also flags. I don't know if they removed the flags, so I don't want to speak too soon because they're making a lot of changes in the area. You look up on my left-hand side, you'll see some guys on a crane on the side of the building, working on the outside of the building. Woo, that's a scary job, guys. You gotta love heights to do that. How many of you guys would do that? Or how much money would they have to pay you to do that if you would accept it? Like $500 an hour, $1,000 an hour? Some people would be like, Tune, I'll do it for $50 an hour. Bro, you're gonna have to give me like, I want like, for that? I mean, that looks a lot safer than the real tall skyscrapers. Like the window washers that clean the skyscrapers. For that right there, for that high, wow, for that high, because they're probably not gonna be out there for many hours. You're probably gonna do like an hour or two job. I want $10,000 an hour, baby. That's a $20,000 a day if I'm working for 2 hours. Look at another love sign. It says amor in Spanish, which means love. That's a new addition. They added that probably, I don't know, a decade or two ago. We have a nice pond in the middle with some gigantic copper statues that turn green. We have a little cafe. We have the old family court building on our right, very historic building. We have the Free Library of Philadelphia main branch on our right, another very historic building. Let's make this left. I was gonna take y'all down further, but let's turn here. This is where the Franklin Institute is at. I could have kept going further down and taking you guys to see the art museum, but we could save that for a future date. That's the Franklin Institute. That's an awesome museum. I used to go there when I was a kid. I went there a few times as an adult. I really like that museum. It's a cool museum. It's fun and entertaining for both adults and kids. If you look to the right, which I don't know if that blind spot is gonna be blocking you, you can see the Philadelphia Art Museum, which is where they got the Rocky statue. Those are the steps that Rocky ran up. I did a nighttime walkthrough tour of here, a 2-hour-long extended version. I think last year, no, the year before last year, 2 Christmases ago, when it was snowy and there was snow on the ground, I walked all the way around City Hall, I walked all the way to the Rocky Steps, up the Rocky Steps, down, and all the way back. It took about 2 hours, but I try to show you guys the area if you want to check that video out. So Greater Center City includes the Central Business District, which is like a lot of the storefronts, cafes, boutiques, the high-end stores, traditional stores like Target and all that stuff, museums, plenty of eateries and bars and things like that. See right here, the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia. I've been there before too. We're at 19th and Benjamin Franklin Parkway. On our left was where the U.S. Sanitary Commission Great Central Fair was held at Logan Square. So there's several plus neighborhoods, a dozen or so neighborhoods in Center City, Philadelphia, like actual neighborhoods with row homes and stuff. One of the neighborhoods doesn't have many row homes, but it's still considered a neighborhood. It's on our left. We're actually kind of in it. Logan Square. Logan Square is the name of this neighborhood. Now, Logan Square doesn't have a lot of residential. There are some homes around the corner, like a block or two. Look at that beautiful building right there on our left. Look at Urban Farmer on our right. Philadelphia Steakhouse if you like steaks. Look on our left. I like that building. I've always liked that. I like the red tone. I like the rooftop. I don't know what is it called. I'm sure it's a religious building of some sort. The Logan on our right. It's a hotel called The Logan. That's that hotel where I shot the music video at. Trinidad and Tobago. I had a friend that was from Trinidad and Tobago. Barbados, Bangladesh, Turkey, Ukraine. Yo, so did they remove this? Yo, they removed the flags, bro. I just realized they removed the flags and put signs instead of the flag because each sign has a little miniature version of the flag. So we could have went right over there. I actually went to school in Center City. I graduated from the Art Institute of Philadelphia in 2012 with a degree in digital film and video production. So I used to attend class down here. We're approaching Love Park once again. All those sheds you see, they're not normally there year round. They're only here because of the holidays. So there's a lot of vendors. They sell everything from little arts and crafts to purses to cups to little gifts to knickknacks, things that you can buy if you're into spending money. Love Park's really famous for just taking a photo right in front of the love sign. Look at Tennessee tags right in front of us. Tennessee, I actually been to Tennessee, y'all. Yeah, I've been to Tennessee. I like Nashville. I've been to Memphis too. What's an interesting fact? Check this out. The Family Court of Philadelphia, that's the new one that they relocated from the old building. Let's stop here. What's a crazy, interesting thing about Tennessee? My first time to Tennessee, y'all know I went to a few little towns. I went to Tune, Tennessee. I went to Nashville, Tennessee. A few other little towns. And then I was exiting Tennessee to head down to Mississippi, but I stopped by Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis was where they had that giant pyramid. Really cool pyramid. My first time in my life ever being in front of a pyramid that tall. I would love to visit Egypt one day and experience a real pyramid, but for now, that'll do. So I went to Memphis, Tennessee, and the first day I was in Memphis, Tennessee, they killed a very popular rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. His name is Young Dolph. I'm like, yo, what are the odds that he gets gunned down? My very first visit to Memphis. My condolences go out to his family, his loved ones, and his fans, because he has a huge fan base. I never got into his music, but I know people loved him. That's Love Park on our right, you see? Welcome to Christmas Village. They kind of make it all fancy. They try to make it fancy. Christmas Village, that's what they call it. Christmas Village. But during the year, it's just Love Park. You got 2 Penn Center on our right. This is City Hall on our left. They have a skating rink. Again, they ended up turning the front property of City Hall. I don't remember it like that in the 90s, but they turned it to Dilworth Park, and there's a lot of, again, venues, vendors. You can drink there. They sell alcoholic beverages. There's a skating rink. Look at local wine here. On our right, you got the entrance to go to the subway. There was a young man shot right here in front of this Central Square building. On our left, if you look to our left, I'm sorry guys, I'm traveling around 15 miles an hour. This is a busy road, so I do have to keep up a fast pace. You have the giant clothespin statue. Plenty of statues, plenty of places. Look at that's a lot of traffic. I'm not trying to go through there. During this time of day, there's a lot of traffic in Center City. Dilworth, they call it the Dilworth Park, Dilworth Winter Garden. So once you cross City Hall and you're on the south end, now you're in South Central Philadelphia. If you cross Washington Ave, then you'll be in South Philadelphia. If you go east past City Hall, you're in Center City, Philadelphia East. If you go west, you're in Center City, Philadelphia West. Seafood Steaks on our right, McCormick's. There's a lot of just historical statues and stuff. We have the old Wanamaker building in front of us. We have a gentleman just jaywalking and walking right into the middle of the street, but it's cool. I'll be doing it too, but I try to do it more cautiously than he did it. This is the Wanamaker building. Actually, there's a Macy's building right in front of it where not only once but twice women were assaulted in the Macy's building. You know, Macy's is like, and there was a Strawbridge enclosures down here too, but they closed that down a long time ago. See right here, Macy's, there was a woman sexually assaulted, I think last year, inside the bathroom upstairs while her husband, she told her husband that she was gonna go shop, she was gonna go use the bathroom. While her husband was shopping, she went upstairs, she got assaulted, she came down, and yeah, that was a sad thing. And speaking of being assaulted, in Love Park, a female was assaulted. She was sexually assaulted coming out of Love Park. Absolutely, yes, true story. Dunkin' Donuts and all that cool stuff. We're about to pass where the Ferris wheel is at. I'm gonna show you guys the little Ferris wheel we'll probably finalize this off on a little spin eastbound on Market Street. Now Center City is so huge, we're not gonna be able to get through it virtually, especially in 360 VR. It's a very large file size, so hence why sometimes my 4K videos and 8K videos are shorter, because it's a huger file size. But at least I'm able to give you guys a virtual perspective. You might have to watch this more than once, because when you were looking right, you weren't looking left. When you were looking left, you weren't looking right. You can't take everything in at once with these virtual reality tours. I'm gonna go as close as I can left so you guys can get a better vantage point. Come on, dude. Come on, dude, in the Range Rover. Bro, why are you stopping there? So I'm gonna have to bust in front of you. It's a woman. I'm sorry, ma'am, but she blocked my viewer's point of view. Look at, look at, look at. And if you look left, you can actually see the Comcast building right behind the Ferris wheel, which is a very cool Ferris wheel experience. I haven't been in a Ferris wheel quite some time. That's a small Ferris wheel too. This is the Masonic Temple right here. Then we have all the courts. Filbert Courts, this is the Notary Hotel. If you get stuck into the court system, look on the left. There's a whole line of people trying to utilize the Ferris wheel. You're gonna have to look to the left if you want to see the Ferris wheel, guys. Look to the left, look to the left. You see it, you see it? You see it? Sucks. I'm stuck on this side, so I'm gonna have to go around again because I'm way too late to make a right. But it's cool. Y'all didn't get a chance to really look. We passed the tree. Y'all probably didn't get a chance to catch every detail. So we're gonna pass this just one more time before we go right on Market Street. Yeah, but you can look straight up. Matter of fact, you get a good view of the Comcast buildings. Comcast 1, Comcast 2. Those are our new tallest buildings. We have a bunch of pedestrians on our left, a bus on our right hand side, gentleman with a ski mask crossing the street. It's so priceless because we're right here next to City Hall, right? If you come out of these trains, just know you'll be offered to buy certain stuff from people standing outside right here next to City Hall. Certain stuff you're gonna get offered, and that's crazy. You would think like that would not happen so close to where, you know, all the important buildings are at, but it goes down everywhere, guys. There's all sorts of vendors in this area. So we could have kept going straight. This is where we just spun around, guys. I'm sorry, it's a little bit repetitious. I don't like to be repetitious, but you know, I had to take into consideration I have to follow the traffic laws. So the estimated population of Center City was around 202,100 residents. In 2020, a population density of 26,284 residents per square mile. So I don't know how accurate that is in 2022. There's been muggings in Center City. There's been lately, as of lately, within the last 2-3 months, this is real. Look on the left, that's a pretty cool display. I walked by it and I documented that before, so you might have to dig a little further through some of my older videos. Check out all the Christmas displays. They shot, what movie with Jamie Foxx? Law Abiding Citizen, right here, guys. In there, they showing all, you gotta watch it. I love that movie. Law Abiding Citizen and the other dude. He's a good actor. I can't think of him. I think he's from Europe, but he's an awesome actor. They shot Law Abiding Citizen here in downtown Center City. And they show a nice drone shot over here, and they got like a nice shot with Jamie Foxx talking in City Hall and all that stuff. Super cool movie. I own it on DVD. But check that movie out sometime. Law Abiding Citizen. I love that movie. But they shot that here. And they shot a couple other movies here. I believe the one with Eddie Murphy, right? The original one with Eddie Murphy? I can't think of it. Was it Trading Places? I think, right? Trading Places, when he trades places with the other version of him from they actually just recently came up with a Trading Places too. So yeah, as of recently, there's a female going around punching other women. She's attacked, let's say attacked 3+ women already. And one of them right here in front of Macy's. The lady in front of Macy's was with her child. I don't know if she was with a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 7-year-old child. I don't know. She was standing right in front of Macy's coming out the store. The lady attacked her, punched her in the face. And it's the same woman. Yeah, her picture's being circulated and she's being considered a serial attacker because she's attacked more than 3 women already. They say she might be homeless, she might have mental illness, but she's going around whacking people, specifically women. Eye encounters. Okay, so we're gonna make this right-hand turn. We're traveling eastbound on the 1300 block of Market Street. We're at Juniper and Market. Now we're approaching 13th Street. We had the truck cut us off. Some people get very impatient, but I'm not in no rush. We have the Marriott Hotel on our left. And heading eastbound will take us straight to Penn's Landing, which will be bordering Camden, New Jersey. So you got the Delaware River directly in front of us, and then you cross that river, you have Camden, New Jersey. So Camden, New Jersey is literally 8 minutes in front of us, maybe less. I'm probably over exaggerating. You could get to Camden, depending on traffic, anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes straight in front of us. We have the Hard Rock on our left. The Hard Rock, I believe, is it the hotel or just the eatery? Hard Rock Cafe, I'm sorry. Philadelphia has adopted these LED signs within the last half a decade to a decade. Now we got a lot of digital signs like New York. It reminds me of like New York. You know how when you go to like Manhattan or Times Square, things like that, you see these signs. Kind of like a larger than life feel. If you come at nighttime out here, it looks pretty nice and vivid and lit up. We didn't always have these signs. We got the Pennsylvania Convention Center, the original portion right here on our left-hand side. We're also approaching where the gallery used to be at. The gallery, Iron Hair Brewery on the right. The gallery was a really popular area to hang out. It was a mall, a lot of stores, cool place, you know, when you're a teen or a young adult or just anything. But now I think they modernized it and they made it, we're passing 11th Street. And they made it into, I think they got a bowling alley here? I don't know, I haven't used it in a long time. They got like a little candy museum here. This is where they want to make the new Sixers stadium. They want to put the new Sixers arena here in Center City, Philadelphia. Mind you, it's located next to the rest of our arenas, our football stadium, our basketball stadium, our hockey stadium, our baseball stadium, all in South Philly and Patterson Avenue in the sports complex district. But for some reason, they want to remove just the Sixers basketball stadium and put it right here to our left-hand side. So that means they're probably gonna knock down half of the gallery again, or probably a piece of the convention center, and somehow incorporate it. Which traffic is already a nightmare here without the sports venues. So look at Panda Express on the right, American Eagle on the left, H&M on the left, Market Street, Gold, a bunch of other businesses. But it's already a horror story. So just to think that they're gonna put a sports venue, oh my gosh. But that's supposed to happen by the year 2030, 2032. So another 10 years. Burlington Coat Factory on our left. Around the corner, we got Jewelers Row, where all the jewelry stores are located. Look at that beautiful artwork in front of us. Look up. Beautiful artwork. That's a nice mural. Big props go out to whoever did that. M.E.G. Seligman Studios. So is that Meg Seligman Studios 2019? So she painted that in 2019. And then there's a Five and Below up there, established in 2002. Wow, Five and Below was established in 2002? Dang. I like going to Five and Below. Some of their stuff is not too good, but I like going to Five and Below because of the colors. It's like very welcoming, friendly. That was a cool idea. Whoever came up with it, it's kind of like a dollar store, but everything's just Five and Below. And they do have some cool stuff. Like I buy t-shirts from Five and Below. Some electronics are worth. Look right here, there's a Five and Below right here. Five and Below's got some cool things. Cool things there. I really like Five and Below. Alright guys, so now we're approaching where the historic Liberty Bell and all of that's at. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on 6th Street. So if you guys are wondering about some crime stats based on areavibes.com, we're gonna make this right. I should probably go right after this bus. Nah, matter of fact, let me be hesitant, because then I'll get stuck behind the bus. Let me see what the bus is gonna do. So Philadelphia in general receives an F rating based on crime. Total crime is 71% above the national average. Let's make this right-hand turn on 6th Street. We got Independence Visitor Center on our left. I did walking tours through this area, guys. Check it out. We got a lot of historic. And they shot The Sixth Sense in this neighborhood. They shot more of Law-Abiding Citizens in this neighborhood. And they shot the movie Shooters with Mark Wahlberg and Danny Glover, I believe, on the left-hand side. They used this whole area. And they shot, National Treasure with my guy, my actor, Nicolas Cage, right here. They shot Nicolas Cage movie right here too. We're passing Chestnut. Right on our left is where the Liberty Bell is housed at. We have a car double parked here. I've documented this area. I'm just going over, my old footsteps. I'm just trying to update some of this content, especially for my members. I appreciate you guys being members. Thank you very much, sincerely. I appreciate it from the deepest depths of my heart. Thank you very much. So violent crime in the area is 134% above the national average. Property crime is 58% above the national average. We have a cyclist right here. She looks a little wobbly on that bike. Like, I'm kind of concerned for her well-being if she rides throughout the whole entire city like that. Ouch, I just went through a pothole. Let me allow this pedestrian to cross the street. She's eating, it looks like a sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant. I used to love that. Yo, I haven't had one of those in 7+ years. But I make my own version of it. I haven't had the, you know, if you know, you know. Jewelers Row on our right-hand side and all that cool stuff in the Philadelphia History Museum. Property crime in this area is up 58%. Key findings show that in Philadelphia, you have a 1 in 25% chance of becoming a victim of crime. And Philadelphia is said to be safer than 5% of the cities in Pennsylvania. Let's make this right-hand turn, and then we will finalize it off on 7th Street, which is where Jewelers Row begins. Jewelers Row, ladies and gentlemen. Jewelers Row. Matter of fact, I'm going to take you guys through Jewelers Row. How about that? How do you like those apples, huh? An apple a day will keep the tooth fairy away. Look, there's a police officer on foot. There's normally police on foot here in Jewelers Row, kind of like in the movies. Check them out. This is Jewelers Row, guys. There's probably millions of dollars hidden here. Oh, that's a police officer right there, too. She was wearing a yellow uniform. Yeah, these are all jewelry stores. Wow, they knocked down this right here. They're probably going to make, mixed development. They're going to build a skyscraper here? Holy moly, guacamole. Holy moly, artichoke. Yo, they're going to put a skyscraper there? Why on Jewelers Row? The first floor better be dedicated to jewelry then. Because that's like, I'm surprised one of the vendors or one of the owners wanted to sell their jewelry business. They probably offered them a lot of money, that's why. You know what I mean? These are all jewelry businesses, guys. So if you want to buy wedding rings, if you want to buy, bracelets, watches, earrings, this is where you come to. Diamonds, this is where you come to. In front of us, all through 8th Street. Again, all Jewelers Row. And we're not far from Chinatown. We're not far from Chinatown. You might want to subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you're not already subscribed, but obviously if you're a member, what am I talking about? Silly me? Silly rabbit? Tricks are for kids. You guys are members, so you guys are already subscribed. So stay tuned when I drop the video, which is going to display Chinatown. I'm about to hit Chinatown, you heard? Tune going from Jewelers Row to Chinatown. Getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na.